Hello and welcome to another Skaredcast Battle Report. Today we play Warhammer 40,000 and the forces of the Imperial Knights will face off against the piratical Drukhari. Let's dive into the game.
The Dark King.
Welcome to another Battle Report. Of course, Trevor here has brought some Power Rangers. Let's take a look at the lists. And here we have 2,000 points of Drukhari using the Spectacle of Spite detachment from the Drukhari Codex. That means all witches, gladiators, supreme, combat drugs, all that good stuff. So let's dive into the list. So we're going to start with Lady Malice herself. She's, of course, my warlord. I've got Archon Skari with a Soul Trap and a Husk Blade. And then, of course, that is the non-witch cult stuff, which is a unit of Cabalite warriors. And that's about it. Then everything else that we have, we've got one Succubus with the Curse, giving her plus 1 damage, plus 1 AP. Then we have Lilith Hesperax herself, and another Succubus with the Chrono Shard, giving her unit once per game fights first. 30 witches, all tricked out. And, of course, 3 Venoms and 1 Raider for all that stuff as well. We have 1 unit of Hellions. 5, and then a 10-strong unit of Hellions, 2 units of 5 Mandrakes, 1 unit of 3 Reaver jet bikes with a Heatlons and cluster Caltrops, 1 single Kronos without the butt gun, and 3 Scourge units, 2 of them with Dark Lances, 1 with Haywires, as I really find that they're quite useful. And there you have it, folks. 2,000 points of Cult of Strife. Let me know down below what you think of this new detachment. It seems to be all the rage, and I really do enjoy it. I do feel like it's going to get solved at some point. But let's take a look at what my opponent has brought. And you know that when the Power Rangers assemble, something has gone down, and here they are. The Knights for today's battle are arrayed, ready to take the pirates on for their nefarious purposes. But check out this awesome army, and we'll go over it in like 2 seconds. So here we have 2,000 points of Power Rangers! Imperial Knights.
Atropos, toting the Lancer Sigil enhancement.
Very cool.
Canis Rex.
Well, that
speaks
goes
for
without
himself.
saying. Yep.
Lancer with the Bearer of the Evanescent Ion.
Very nice. What's the detachment again?
This is the Valor Strike Lance.
Very cool. Then we have, of course, a Helverin.
2 Helverins.
A second one.
Yep.
Very nice. Look at that. Oh, I love the conversion work. 2 Assassins, of course. We're going to be using the really cool Power Ranger Assassin versions.
Yep.
Not the, not
the
vanilla
GW
versions.
ones.
Nah, we don't need to see those. And then,
And then 2 Warglaves.
Nice. I love it. Oh, they're so cool. Look at him. Yeah, that's right. He's going to be angry. Haha, there we go. And there you have it. 2,000 points. Get assemble, right? It's no, wrong franchise.
No, wrong franchise. Right.
Let's dive in.
It's morphin' time. Here we
Let's go into the game. Well, now that we know what's going on, we've got Scorched Earth and Crucible of Battle, and we rolled off. I rolled a 1, and so I don't get the choice of attack or defender. So we'll be back after deployment. You ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready? Have you used your rings to morph into something?
Always.
Yeah, is that a wrong franchise as well? Yes, it is. Did they bring their guitars? I don't know. At some point I remember they had like instruments or like little horns or whatever. No, come on.
That's one. That's the green guy.
Ah, there you go. Hooray. Yeah, the flute. Yeah, the flute. I knew I could remember something. Well, the Power Rangers and the Drukhari have lined up for battle. You've decided to be the attacker. I'm the defender. So you made me go first. I did redeploy my Mandrakes up to stop the Calidus from potentially infiltrating to try and kill Scourge, and then I've redeployed them back. Because you have a 6-inch deep strike, I'm trying to use a 6-inch zone, so I'm trying to zone them out. Anyway, let's go into the deployment real quick. I've got Reaver jet bikes, Darklon Scourge, Kronos, Malice, Archon with 5 Cabalites in this Venom, Lilith in this Venom, 5 cabs here, 5 more Haywire Scourge here. I decided to deploy all my Scourge because Knights, if they decide to rush me, I need to have enough on the board that I can kill 1 or 2 big Knights. Then I have a little unit of Hellions, another unit of Mandrakes, 5 little Witches, the +1 damage Succubus, the Fights First Succubus, another unit of Darklon Scourge. And then in Deep Strike, I have 10 Hellions, and in Strat Reserve, I have 5 more Witches just to come in and force you to be honest with your screening and stuff like that. We have a Helverin, a Warglaive, an Atropos, Canis, a Lancer, another Warglaive, and another Helverin, as well as a Calidus Assassin Power Ranger, and a Calexis Assassin in a Deep Strike. There you have it. We are ready for battle. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
You are ready. Of course, huge shout out to Frontline Gaming. They sent me 3 of these really cool terrain sets. So thank you so much to them. Pow! The Frontline Outpost. The Necron one, and then the other one, the Badlands or whatnot. Really cool. They're a little cardstock. Quite sturdy, actually. A lot sturdier than I thought. And super easy to put together. I literally put this together in like, not 30 seconds. I was going to say 30 seconds, but it felt like 30 seconds. Just popped them out, built it, set up the terrain, and it's actually really cool looking and functional. Okay, so with that, let's see who goes first. And go first. I roll a 5. You roll a 4. I have to go first, Scorched Earth. I like to go second on Scorched, but I won't take a couple of free pot shots into Knights lightly. Let's dive into the round. Well, let's get this party started. It is turn number 1. We each get a command point. Let's draw my 2 cards at the start of the command phase. Overwhelming Force. Okay, that's going to be a free command point. And Sabotage. Hopefully 3 points. I do like getting rid of command points early. Based off of that, I don't really need a combat drug of any kind. I don't need to go anywhere or do anything. Talk about fast turns, Batman. Malice has moved up to start a sabotage. Everything else is kind of staged, using the terrain and lines and angles to prevent the Knights from really get too many shots on me. I can't get too aggressive into the midboard because then they just rush me and I lose my whole army. Because and then I did put 5 witches back there, as you can see. Now you picked the bonus to get a reroll hit wound roll every time you fight, so the old index thing. However, you did pick as a deed, kill things, have more kills in the bank than the battle round number. So the less things I let you kill, the better, but it's going to be almost impossible. By like turn 3, I'm pretty sure you'll be honored no matter what. These Dark Lances did just pop out this way. They're going to take a pot shot at that Warglaive, and then we're going to tap the turn. As you can see here, this is the Assassin. Don't go close here. And then they didn't really move too far, so they're just staying back there waiting to see what they decide to do. Because the Power Rangers might morph into another Megazord and have 3 of them.
Don't give me ideas.
I know, right? Canis Rex, the 3rd Megazord. Anyway, let's do some shooting. End of the shooting phase, my Scourge just went ham. 4 hits, 4 wounds with a pain token, and absolutely annihilated. Did 20 damage to Warglaive. Bye-bye, Warglaive. Bye-bye, little Triceratops. The blue one was the most terrible one anyway in the show.
Whoa! Whoa, them's fighting words.
and then I gave, the Kronos actually refunded me 2 paint tokens. I gave another paint token here. Did put a bunch of wounds, a Dark Lance wound, and the Splinter Cannon did nothing. But the shield saved the Lancer, 4-up invul. Pow! Awesome. So then at the end of the fight phase, the Venom can pick up my little, what we call a Skari boat, which is an Archon filled with Kabalite warriors, because I pioneered it. That's right, the Skari boat. And with that is the end of my turn. I've done...
Nerf Skari, not Drukhari.
Nerf Skari, not Drukhari. We've got Malice doing Sabotage. Let's go to the scoreboard. I do not get Overwhelming Force, which is very quickly going to become a command point. So I get 2 at the end, and I'm currently doing Sabotage. Then we go on to the Power Rangers turn. I go up to 3, you go up to 2. Are you picking up your Assassin? The cards for the Knights, Cleanse and Area Denial, having to reshuffle Defense Stronghold back in. But Area Denial, I don't have anything within 6 of the middle, so as long as you have something within 3, you'll get full 5 points. Cleanse, of course, doing actions on objectives, 4 points. The movement phase is going to be pretty straightforward for Knights, I would assume, which is move Knights into position. And then take a hit and then go in for the kill. It's usually how Knights go. So I know. Let me know what you think down below. What do you think of the Knights? First of all, cool Power Rangers. Secondly, Knights are really cool. They're also a very polarizing faction because some people just can't feel. They feel like they can't deal with Knights. So let me know, what is your Knight story down below, and what was the dawn to your Knight story? Get it? Okay, let's go to the movement phase. The movement phase saw the Knights, okay, you want to go and do a cleanse here? Sure. You didn't want to go into the middle at all, so you're going to probably get rid of Area Denial for a CP. You did spend 1 CP to move that an extra 2 inches, so you're going to get 2 points for cleanse there. The Atropos moved up, ready to kind of move around. You know you have last turn, so you're not overly excited about running up too quickly. Canis hit a little better, so did Lancer. And then you did give advance and charge to that Warglaive, who stayed right outside of 9 of those witches back there, because you don't want to get charged in your turn with a challenge met. And then a very nice 17-inch advance from that Helverin. Of course, fitting of the little aircraft that it is, to potentially shoot these witches down that are behind the building over there.
And lastly, use the enhancement in order to grant stealth onto yellow.
There you go. That's a really cool little mix. Shooting time. Let's see if those witches survive. I don't know, maybe. Well, that did shoot and did 8 out of 8 shots into the witches, and I spent a 5-up invulnerable save. They all died. I failed every save, and you hit and wounded with everything. So those witches died. That's the end of the turn. You will get a 2-point cleanse, and you are getting rid of Aridonov for a CP.
Oh, yeah.
And that brings you up to 2. And I will be completing a sabotage, which leads us to turn number 2. 2 points on secondaries for you, and 3 points on secondaries for me. You did kill me off of that objective. For that means that's not good for me, because I wanted to get a 10. I was really hoping that they'd survive, but good on you for killing them. Round number 2. Cards like Drew Cull, which is a redraw into Storm, and an extend battle line. So Storm, hostile objective, that one on the flank there, which I have to take away from you anyway to stop you from scoring it. And an extend battle lines is either or. So that's going to be a decent secondary score for me. We each go up to 3 command points. Very nice. And I'll get 5 points on primary. Do I need any drugs? Well, my teachers said no. No, I'm just kidding. I'm going to roll for combat drugs. Ooh, +1 toughness, +1 ballistic skill, +1 leadership. Ooh, very handy. Especially when I need to shoot a bunch of pistols and heat lances and stuff. So we've got, oh no, that's the wrong one. There we go. Haha, +1 toughness, +1 leadership and ballistic skill. Drug time. Movement phase was relatively quick. I started by running Lady Malice up this way to get within Vect Aura range of this Helverin, because you have a reactive move stratagem. So I wanted to make it cost you resources, which then decided to make you not reactive move. I sent my jet bikes up with a pain token. I advanced the Venom with a pain token and then got out. That's its pain ability. It's kind of handy. And I got both pain tokens refunded. So I still have 3. This Haywire Scourge unit has moved out this way. We're going to try and kill this with the assortment of weapons that I have, that Helverin. This unit of Darklands Scourge is now sacrificing itself in a very vulnerable position to try and help take out yellow over there, together with that big brick of witches. And then that unit of Darklands Scourge is ready to potentially shoot down the line into the other Helverin, while the Hellions have sort of like adjusted their flank. I still have 10 Hellions in reserve and 5 witches in strat reserve, as well as the Mandrake's ability to go up and down. But there's a Calidus in the loose, on the loose, which is back there, stopping me from deep striking back there. Well, it's just about Storm, so I've got Storm over here already, and extend battle lines on either or, so it's not about scoring points. I'm just going to try kill stuff. Quick TSN turning action point. I killed this Helverin with a grenade because I had put it down to 3 wounds, and then it exploded. I'm going to take D3 damage on everything here as it goes nuclear. Presses the button and tries to do damage before it goes down. End of the shooting phase. Start of the charge phase. Yeah, I did some damage was taken here. Not as much as we could have had. This Scourge and that Scourge unit, with a rotate Iron Shields and the stealth, did not do any damage to yellow. However, the witches did charge in. So they're just going to go in and do some damage, spending a CP to get lethals and +1 AP. I'm just rolling a bunch of dice. End of the charge phase. I put 8 damage on that Helverin through...
sheer perseverance.
Not bad. There's just lots of attacks with lethals, sustains. I'm actually quite surprised. And then you did 5 damage back, or 4 damage back, and I passed every single 4+ invulnerable save. Those witches are just having a fun time. So with that, at the end of the fight phase, the Archons unit is going to hop back into their Venom, of course, because they are being all sneaky-like. And I didn't do any damage to that Atropos there, sadly. But I did take away your objective. I killed 1 more big guy, forced battle shocks on the other. In the scoreboard, I will get a 4 points on Storm Hostile. I will get a 4 points on Extend Battle Lines, bringing me up to 11 secondary points. And 5 primary as we move into your turn 2 as well. So I will get a 3rd, and you will go up to 4. What? No, you spent one for to go up to
Rotate.
3 because you spent one on rotate
Yes,
on
I did.
shields. Aha! Math, and then you will get 5 points because I did take it away from you. Let's see what cards you get. Overwhelming force and recover assets, pressing buttons, and killing things on objectives, which are the big green discs if you haven't watched any Warhammer before. But yeah, looking forward to it. You do owe me a battle shock test, which you could auto pass, but you don't have to. Let's see, is he scared or are you going to auto pass? Oh, you're going to roll it. Oh, he's fine. They're leadership 7. And with that, we go into the movement phase. End of the movement phase. Canis finally moved out because he wants to kill Malice. The Atropos has moved up. Nothing to see here is what the Atropos says. And he's just going to probably shoot my Venom and kill it. The Lancer finally got aggressive and moved over the wall. No battle shocks here because they can go through walls, which is really cool about Knights. The Calidus Assassin moved back to make sure you can hold your objective. And then everything else stayed put because you didn't want to have to deal with that. I could do a challenge med on Canis, but I'm not going to. They are going to sit right where they are and see what happens. I'm not going to do any rapid ingresses either. Actually, that is a lie. I'm going to spend 1 CP if I can for rapid ingress. Yeah. So I had to put 5 little witches over here because I don't want them to... I want to be able to contest that objective just in case that whole flank goes to poo. But with that, we're in the shooting phase now. Let's do some shoots. But I really like how this detachment really forces your opponent to think about movement. The other option was I had the Hellions. I was thinking of rapid ingressing them on either of those 2 objectives if you hadn't moved Canis out. So you just moved Canis there and got this big line of sight. I was like, I can't. I can't commit my Hellions anymore to the middle of the board, so they're going to have to wait patiently. Let's see what happens. End of the shooting phase. We had the Atropos nuke a Venom, but decide to keep the unit of Reaver jet bikes alive because Canis wants to make a nice little charge into here to contest the objective. However, Canis shot all of his guns into Malice, and Malice scammed the hell out of him and only has 2 wounds left. She lived. She made like 6 4-up involved. Pet, Malice. Pet. But that does mean you're going to charge here. The Archon did lose another model. I did lose that Raider that was back there, so I'm going to essentially lose my... I'm going to lose this objective as well, because he's OC 8?
10.
Oh, 10.
Big one's a
Sad.
10.
Well, it is what it is. With that, let's go into the charge phase, and then fighting. I did forget to mention that recover assets was done by the Atropos and the Calidus Assassin, which will give you 3 points on your secondaries because big knights that are characters or titanic characters can do an action and then still shoot, which is very handy. End of the turn. Canis murdered the jet bikes. I used my fights first on the witches once per game, the Chrono Shard, and I was able to bring that Warglaive down to 1 wound remaining after the Lancer tank shocked me for free and killed 6 out of the 10 witches. But now the Succubus, as you can see, is still alive. I made lots of 4-up involves, and they lived. Which is, well, she lived. Her whole squad died, but she's still alive, which she loves. And then over here, nothing happened. So at the end of the turn, you get a full overwhelming force, 5 big points, and recover assets for 3. That is an 8-point turn, bringing you up to 10 points on secondaries. Notably, though, you've dropped me down to another 5 on primary as we move into battle round number 3. I will go up to 3 CP. You will go up to 3 CP. I will only go up to 10 on primary as I only hold the 1 objective in my zone. I have to stop you. You decide to get onto a lot of objectives. For cards, I get recover assets and assassination. Try and kill one of the characters in your army, so a big knight or any of the assassins. And it is turn 3. Let's dive in and see what happens. Oh, aha, combat drugs. Let's see. I'm just going to roll again. Why? Because I love living on the edge. +1 ballistic skill and leadership. Not terrible. And number 2. +2 movement, Hypex, making all my witch units faster. Great, get into the fray. Also, at the end of the turn, the knights did become honored. They get 2 CP, they're up to 5 as they have completed their challenge of killing a bunch of me. And with that, I did full back my Succubus. I spent the fullback and charge, shoot and charge, so that's a CP. I have 2 left. So I'm keeping that in my back pocket. And just doing some moving. Malice has moved up. She did not battle shock. The Archon's staying still, so I can shoot Canis with some heavy. I wasn't able to get all the Haywires in range there, so they're just kind of moving up. They're going to bounce back. Essentially, I need to kill that stuff, or I'm in big trouble. I'm going to try and do some damage to Canis, but it's very unlikely I'll do some reliable damage to Canis. But with that, on to the turn. End of the moon phase. A Calex's assassin has shown up. No! But a Helion unit has shown up. Yay! Gonna try and shoot that Calidus assassin to death. You know what? I'm committing. I'm just gonna see how much damage I can do to big knights with little witches with stabby guns. So Lilith has moved up. Malice moved up. The Archon stayed there. Venom's moved up to shoot into Canis a little bit. The Scourge with Haywire, the Scourge with Dark Lance. Scourge with Dark Lance is the other. I'm just committing everything except for the Mandrakes. That's the only thing that hasn't committed to the board yet. I do have Recover Assets, which means I need to do an action with 2 different units, which would probably be a Venom and one of these Mandrake units, or this Cabalite squad. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But let's dive in to my shooting phase, which means like I have 2 pain tokens. End of the shooting phase. Canis took 3 wounds. But made a nice save against the Dark Lance. That was really good.
Did indeed.
Then the Lancer. Okay, let me tell you a tale of woe.
Oof.
Where 4 Dark Lances, actually he did make 2 from the other 2. So out of 6 Dark Lance saves he's had to make, he has made 2. And I did, no, he made...
I made 3 total.
3, you made 3.
One had
and I did 20 damage.
Yep.
That was insane. 20 damage with 3 Dark Lances. And then I was able to kill Yellow. And then that's it. So now I'm going to have to do some charges. The Helions killed the Calidus assassin with all of their shots because they had +1 ballistic skill. It was great. And of course, that's going to be really annoying. So I'm going to try and charge it over here and see if I can hold it up. So with that, let's do some charges. We've got Malice, we got Lilith, we got the Archon into Canis. We got that long charge into Canis as well. That's a 9-inch. The 2 damage Succubus into the Lancer with 8 wounds remaining. And of course, maybe a long bomb charge from some Hellions back there. Let's see what we can do as it's turn 3. In the fight phase, this witch unit just didn't do enough damage. You made a decent amount of 4-up invols. The Lancer has 3 wounds remaining. However, you did interrupt with Canis. That brings you down to 1 command point left after the rapid ingress and a reroll in the shooting phase. You have decided to just attack Archon Skari's unit. All of the Cabalites are dead. And this is how many saves I want to take on Skari. You know what? I'm just going to take it on his Shadow Field. One at a time. First one. He's okay. He loves it. He is okay still. Oh, he fails it. What's the AP?
AP -3.
Yeah, so then he does, because he has no invul.
Sorry, -2.
Oh, 2 6-ups. No, he dies. You got Archon Skari dead.
Woo!
No, that's a couple of kills. And, he tried, but then died. So now we get to fight. I had used Lilith's Super Saiyan ability, so she goes crazy, Pow! And then I'm gonna give her a pain token to get +1 AP, so that all of their attacks are AP 3 and stuff, just to make sure we put some extra damage on Canis. Guess what that one is? That's right. The Jinn Blade, the Lady's Blade, has rebelled against Malice after doing 3 damage to Canis. 3 dev wounds. Feel no pain. She has 2 wounds remaining. Ooh. Will she fall to her own blade? Haha. No, she doesn't. She's the boss, baby. Yes. You get back in line, you silly blade. You're my blade, she says. You're mine.
She's the scammer today.
Well, that's the end of the turn. I ended up not using the CP to advance fullback shoot and charge that Succubus. I wish I did. He has like 3 wounds left. Oh, man. And of course, I'm so happy Lilith survived. The Lancer did 3 wounds, failed to actually do a lot of damage, and I passed all my invul saves. Apparently, I can make invul saves against Lancers as well. However, that does lead us to the end of the turn. You have 1 CP, I have 1 CP. I get 3 points for recover assets. And I did kill a assassin for assassinate. So that brings me up to 19 points. And as we go into the next turn, you are going to get 5 points thanks to Canis. Canis Rex brings you up to 10. And I was able to take away your Calidus assassin. So let's see what you have as we each get 1 command point. You go up to 2. I go up to 2 as well. You drew Assassination and then Display of Might, which you redrew into Tempting Target for 1 command point. I made the middle the tempting target, which forces you to either fall back with Canis or fall back with the Lancer, which just gives me a little bit of wiggle room for the next turn. And with that, we move on to your movement phase. Lancer passed the battle shock test. And yeah, it is what it is. The party continues. Needing to use every resource at their disposal, the Power Ranger Knights decided not to fall back and go for the tempting target because they need every activation they have to kill elves. This Atropos is moved up over here, or is it an Atropos?
It's an Atropos.
That is a... Well, it looks cooler than Atropos to me.
Well, thank you.
There you go. And then, of course, you didn't want to get close to the Hellions because of a challenge met. I love that stratagem. It's so silly. It just makes people do... Like, just kind of go, you know what, I'm just not going to move. And then
sounds like a better idea.
The Collector's Assassin, a yellow Power Ranger with ninja stars and stuff and knives is going to come and try and take my home objective over here. So with that, we're going into the shooting phase. Middle of the shooting phase. Okay, so this had a mediocre shot into the Hellions because they did a smoke grenade or used smoke launchers. That Helvrin shot all the witches on the objective off, but I still have the succubus there. And then Canis nuked my Kronos and put 5 wounding hits on Malice with a freaking little multi-laser with 3 sustained hits out of 4 shots. So I need 4s. Okay. Will Malice continue to be the boss? Oh, man. Woo! She has feel no pain. You don't get to celebrate too early.
I'm going to pay for it now.
Oh, you got her. No. Yes! She's dead. Fine. You can have it. Aw, sad.
After all the malice.
Sad. She's dead. You get your assassination.
Hooray!
The succubus got you. Does it explode? Yes!
It does.
It's a Cerastus. No! That's D6 plus 2. Oh no! That's gonna kill everyone. Hold on. So the witches that he's in combat with. Right.
She's in combat with?
Okay, 3, so kills all of the witches. The succubus stays alive. And then I have 1 succubus, plus 2 to this. She just gets nuked.
Why did I not kill her?
Yeah, that's right. I got a CP for that. Get out of here, Lancer. And then she's going to go, haha, that's my objective. That's my objective. Oh, what a fun time. That reroll hits and wounds with 2 damage was very good. You failed 2 out of 2 invul saves there. And she got him, but then she exploded. So good job, Succubus. I love it. I love it so much. I can't believe this. Canis rolled like 5 sustained hits and put like 14 wounds on Lilith. And he just nuked all of the witches. And Lilith, he saw that Lancer explode and he's like, no, brother. And he's like, ma. Go back to where you came from, the antagonist of every Power Ranger franchise thing. Dead. Okay, I get to fight you over here with these little Cabalites. You only killed 2. Hit you on 3s. Haha, and then wound you on 5s. Nothing. Okay, good talk. I just hope they don't fail their battle shocks once he goes, battle shock! No. That would make me very sad, because then I will only get a 5, which is just the name of the game, this game. So at the end of the turn, I am going to be spending my only pain token that I have to pull these mandrakes up. They're going to, boop, get out of there. They're going to go up into the sky. No, they're fading away into shadow. You did not get your tempting target. Are you going to get rid of it for a CP?
I'm absolutely discarding tempting target.
And that'll bring you up to 1. I got an extra CP thanks to killing the Lancer, which was awesome. You do get 5 points for assassination, bringing you up to 15 points. And with that, it is the end of Battle Round 3. Make sure you leave a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm trying to build up the engagement on the videos. So just let me know. I try and answer every comment down in the comments. So if you have any questions or anything at all, or if you want to comment on how cool these Power Rangers are, or how silly Malice is, or how you hate Scourge, or whatever, then comments down below. And with that, we're on to my turn. So we're going to do the Colexus Assassins, or the yellow... The yellow is so terrible.
Saber-tooth tiger.
It's so terrible that everything within how far?
Within 9 inches.
Everything within 9 has to take a battle shock test.
At -1.
Because the yellow is so bad. Nobody liked the yellow Power Ranger.
Ooh.
Nobody did. Okay, so
Fear
minus
tree.
1.
Yep.
So that is a 8 plus. Oh my gosh. 8 for the mandrakes. Yes, they don't care. That's the important one, though. The Cabalites. 8 plus on the Cabalites with the minus 1. No, they're battle shocked. You pull down the objective. Well done. That it means that is going to go away. My sticky. And that gives me 5. Silly 5. And then the venom is fine. Why? Why is it only the Cabalites? As for cards, I'm going to draw my cards, and I will get no prisoners. So kill things. And cleanse, doing actions in no man's land, which is fine. I'll be able to do that, no problem, and try and get some no prisoner points. But I only get 5 points on primary. That is thanks to the horror. The horror, no.
That is so good.
And you know what? For combat drugs, I think I'm just gonna pick +1 strength. Oh yeah, that's right. We're gonna get ourselves up to strength 6 Hellions to go punch Canis. Because that sounds like a really fun time. Or to punch an Atropos. Yeah, let's go get him. So I'm gonna pick +1 strength. And as you can see, I fell back. I lost a Cabalite. They jumped into the Venom. The Venom moved up this way. It's a cool little tactical trick. You can fall back, get into a transport that has open top or firing deck. Then you can shoot out of the firing deck, even though the unit inside fell back, the vehicle did not. The more you know. So the guys that were in combat are going to shoot you using their friendly venom. End of the movement phase. We had Venom move up to do cleanse. Succubus move behind that wall, if you don't mind lifting the wall up for me. There you go. Ready to do cleanse. The Scourge of all kind of move to get a variety of targets. You try to reactive move D6 Canis after the Hellions moved up, but he only moved 2 inches. Trying to make that charge a little bit harder. The big thing, though, was these mandrakes that did drop down are going to start burning this objective over here to try and get me 10 points. Hopefully we can do that to offset just how badly the primary has been going, but it's hard to do that when you've got knights to just get in the way and kill all your stuff, especially on layout 6. We can't really hold objectives without getting shot from somewhere. Layout 6, layout 4, layout 2 are some of the worst layouts for holding objectives. So yeah, other than that, and these buildings are actually very generous. The GW ones are a little small. They're like, GW ones are like half the size of this, which is even tinier. So it's nice that you can actually hide stuff behind these. Okay, so I was able to kill the Helverin, the last one with a Haywire, and some Dark Lances, well-connected Dark Lances. Even a Rotate Iron Shield was not enough to save the Helverin. And then Canis did not take any damage from Lances at all. However, I put 4 wounds on it with a grenade, and then the little piddly guns put 4 more damage on Canis. They did 8 damage to him in the shooting phase. Sure, why not? That's why I shoot every gun all the time. And then we're going to do some charges. The Hellions are going to charge into Canis Rex. There's a 5. They will make it. So I was able to charge in here and stop getting, no heroic from the Atropos. I piled in. I'm going to give them my last pain token. So they each have 3 base attacks, +1 for the pain token, but they are strength 4, goes to 5 with drugs, goes to 6 with the pain token, and they have Lance. So they have 4 attacks, sustained lethal, AP 1, 2 damage, Lance. Cool. 6 wounds? Can we do it? They put 12 wounds to save on Canis on a 4-up with the -1. 2 damage each. 3 have to go through. 1, 2, 3.
-1?
Yes,
I got a CP free.
You definitely do. Not free, but it will cost you.
I have one open.
Okay, 1 CP. Oh, that was a great roll. Does Canis live? He does! He's like, get out of here, Hellions. Oh, no. He has 2 wounds remaining. They were unable to kill him. Oh, silly Hellions. How dare you? And now he gets to fight them. Sad. Canis is at it again. 10 hits, 10 wounds. Just have 6 remaining. Oh, no. 6s. Ooh, almost. You kill 7, and he kills the entire unit of Hellions for daring to smite him or to try and smite him. What is this Canis? What is he doing? He's just killing everything. What a boss. Okay, well, fine. I don't need Hellions. I don't need an army. Just one Canis. No, it's not because he's Canis. It's because he's the Red Power Ranger. Yeah, the best one. That's right. Get him. And that's the end of the turn. I get 2 points for no prisoners just for killing a 1 Helvrin. And I did get a 5-point cleanse. That's 7 points, bringing up to 26 on secondaries. And I'm currently burning your home objective, which is going to be a good thing for me. And with that, we go into your turn. I get a CP for 2. You get a CP. Go up to 1. And you will get a 5 points on this right here as well. You got Bring It Down and Storm Hostile Objective. It just happens there is a Venom very nicely placed in the middle that will give you both of those things. Grr, stupid Canis. I'm going to have nightmares of Canis just destroying my whole army. He's like, oh, look, Archon Skari, dead. Oh, look, Lilith, dead. Oh, look, Malice, dead. Oh, look, an entire army of Hellions, dead. Anyway. Why are you laughing at my pain? This is great fun. Okay, let's go on to the movement phase.
Your pain is
yeah, it's true. You know what? I enjoy the pain as much as you do. You feed me with my own pain.
See, there we go.
I love it. You decide to spend the CP to get +2 to advance. So +2 to move. Yep. So you move 14. So it's a 10-inch charge into that Venom. So you're trying to Storm Hostile over here, and you do have Canis that can just take a pot shot. Oh, we can't see my Venom. Do you want to be able to see my Venom from there? Just go sideways a little bit.
Yeah.
There you go.
Worst case, the Atropos could also still...
Oh, that's true. Yeah, well, I think you can. You could even rotate and go that way. Yep. So you're fine. You did not Battle Shock either or for going onto these objectives at all. And you've got Canis that you decide to move away, because then once Canis dies, you've got the little guy to come out and hold an objective and potentially burn. So that's really smart, actually. And the Atropos, you're going for the long play because you need to go for a long play to turn this game into a game, as I burn your home objective. So it's smart. And with that, we're going to go into shooting phase. Canis shot the Venom and failed to kill it. Yes. Although let me tell you a tale of a multi-laser that once again got 7 wounds on a Venom. Still didn't kill it though. But 7 wounds out of 4 shots. You do the math. A death toughness 6. Look at you're so happy.
The multi-laser never does anything useful.
Except against me, apparently, because it was wild. Okay. That's enough yelling for me. Oh my gosh. Okay. So then you decide, you know what? I can't afford to split fire and prevent, you just shot everything else into it to get your Bring It Down.
Yep.
Boom. 4 points for Bring It Down. Done. We have a 10-inch charge with no CP. You're going to try boss it to get on my home objective. Oh, I saw the 5 there too. Yes. Yes. Get out. Grr. I would flip you off if it didn't demonetize my video. That was really fun. So with that, it is the end of your turn. You get Bring It Down. You did not get Storm Hostile. Are you going to keep it or get rid of it? So you go up to 4 points here. So you go up to 19 in total. There.
Oh, okay. Sorry, I had Storm. Okay, I pulled. Yep. For some reason, I grabbed the wrong thing.
No, you had Storm Hostile Objective. And then, of course,
there,
I will burn at the end of your turn, which will bring me to 25 on primary. And your objective on your home is burned. Ha ha ha. Burned,
you know what? I may as well keep Storm, because I'm coming for your
home
now.
Yeah, that's how that works. And with that, we're on to the last battle round. Well, let's see what we have for drugs. And by drugs, I mean Display of Might. And Marked for Death. Hooray, you can only pick 2 things. Which is, that's the thing is, if you pick Canis, I have to kill both of them. Oh, that's sneaky little guy. Sneaky. I go up to 3, though. I go up to 3. Well, you have nothing else to pick. What do you mean? Look at me, I'm going to pick Canis. You have 2 units left.
I'm going to pick the one that's obviously the harder one to do.
That is very true. That is very true. I could do either or. I'm not even going to mess around. I'm just going to redraw here.
Good call.
I don't want to deal with the shenanigans that is Sir Hector. Behind enemy lines! Yes. Good. That's 3 points for Dark Eldar. Go, 3 points. And because I only have 1 unit of Hellions left, I'm going to just roll and see what I get.
Okay.
I get, 3. We haven't done that one yet. So I got +1 weapon skill and a +2 movement. Nice. So they found that they're very far away and they want to get something, I guess, behind enemy lines. They're going to just go behind.
There we go.
Get behind enemy lines.
Yeah.
and we're gonna call it there. Well, we're not gonna call it. I mean, they're gonna call behind enemy lines and say, "Hey, what you doing?" And and get me points. Hooray! End of the moon phase. Oh, the Scourge showing wings. These mandrakes advanced up, stayed in the deployment zone together with those Hellions, but gonna try and take out Canis. And then what I did here, as you can see, is I've surrounded my objective so that you can't move onto it to burn it. You cannot, with a 14-inch, clear this wall here, so you can't land back here to then do the burn, which means you can take it away from me, but I just want to prevent you from getting the 10 points. So I'm just going to sacrifice everything I had here to make sure that you cannot burn that objective. The succubus behind this wall over here is now burning that objective. Yeah. Raising it to the ground, dancing on the graves of the knights that used to live here. And with that, we're going to go into the shooting phase. And in my final turn, the Mandrake's shadowy death did 2 dev wounds into Canis and killed it. But of course, Hector just popped out. He's like, I'm the coolest Power Ranger. There's nothing you can do against this. Hi-ya, 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 hi-ya. In here, I did do enough to take you down to 13 wounds with all the Scourge and all the shooting, which will force a Battle Shock test. However, I will get 4 points for behind enemy lines. I will get 4 points for display of might. So that brings me up to 31 points. Oh, sorry, that's not the right one. I did score a 10, though, on primary.
Yes.
So I will be at 35, and I'm currently burning to go up to 40. And I will go up to, that's 8 more points, so 34 points actually on, wow, secondaries. I actually scored way better on secondaries than I thought towards the end of the game there. With that though, I get a CP, you get a CP. You've already used your insane bravery on Canis because you didn't want him to fail, just in case you needed to use him. But you do owe me a Battle Shock test. You do have Storm Hostile and 1 more card.
Yes, I do.
And which will the card be? So you got Marked for Death, Storm Hostile, Battle Shock test. Oh, he's got a Battle Shock right at the end of the game, which means you're probably going to want to get rid of Storm.
Yep.
Because that is not going to be possible, so you do that at the end of the command phase. Down to 0. Let's try get some points for Atropos. Secure No Man's Land. That'll give you points. So Marked for Death will give you at least a 2, and then Secure No Man's Land will give you at least a 2, because you also have this back there. So he would go on. Sadly, that Battle Shock does stop you from getting that objective at the end. No! However, you can burn this objective and get all of your points there. So at the end, you will get 5 points for holding an objective in the middle, which will bring you up to 20. You will burn an additional objective, which will keep you at 25. So you burn. I will burn one, which will bring me up to 40. And in terms of Marked for Death, of course, I'm marking the things behind walls so you can't get to them. And you will get 2 points for killing whatever you want here for Marked for Death. And you will get 2 points for Secure No Man's Land, bringing you up to 23 points on secondaries. And that, folks, is all she wrote on turn number 5. We have a 40, 50, 70, 84 to 58. 84 to 58. What a fantastic game, sir. That was fantastic. Well done. I hope you had a fun time.
Yes.
Oh, man, Canis. I'm going to remember that for a long time. But overall, what were your thoughts of the game? We'll do a little post-game recap. Really fun game.
Awesome game.
Oh, that was a memorable. I'm going to remember that. Thank you for coming and playing. Huge shout out to Mini Wargaming for letting me use the studio after hours. I hope you all enjoyed it. Make sure you like the video. Shout out to the channel Patreon, so make sure you check the links down below and support me over there. Other than that, shout out to your game group.
Yep, that is the Mighty Morphin Toy Rangers.
The Mighty Morphin Toy Arrangers. Toy Arrangers, okay? This is the Hamilton chapter.
Yes.
And of course, there's a chapter in London, Ontario.
Yep.
That's right, and they come to all the team events and stuff. And they're all dressed like the Power Rangers. It's really fun. And also, your Knight Army is gorgeous.
Thank you.
So, what did you think of the game?
Really good game. I'm not as familiar playing on the GW layouts, and just seeing the lines of fire and knowing that you have things that can just jump in and out that can just melt my army is a little dissuading.
Scourges will do that.
Yes.
Yeah. Then again, it was mutual, because everything you see, annihilate. Especially if it's a multi-laser.
Oh my god.
Never again, Canis!
No, it'll
Never again!
It'll never do that again, ever.
That's right. Anyway, thanks a lot for coming out. Thanks for watching, everybody. I've been Skari, your grateful host. Signing off till next time. Skari out. Ah, oh, the Darkkin! Bye, everybody!